Hello, you divine, infinite human beings. You are all that is, ever has been, and ever shall be. Your divine, infinite love. Your divine, infinite truth. Your divine, infinite source. Greetings. Greetings on this beautiful spring-like day in the fifth dimension. And I send you love. And I want to just give you kind of a healing message for the time frame we're in. First and foremost, we are all one. We are all one. That's the most important thing I can tell you. And we're right here in the holiday seasons. It's Christmas Eve. Also, Kiki's birthday. My little God in reverse. Piece of God. Who's been so loving and loyal and unconditionally there always. But as we move forward into ascension, there's two things that we have to do. First, we have to be able to see level one, the world of duality. So we have to see that just as there are many beautiful, beautiful things about our Earth, our planet, beautiful, beautiful things, there is also, has always been, an underbelly of darkness that our Earth has been. Often this darkness has remained hidden from view, but nonetheless it has always been there for those who have the courage to see it. Also infiltrated into the human psyche, into what is known by Jung as the shadow self, the dark side of ourselves, our hurts, our fears, our wounds, our traumas that have remained hidden in our subconscious, below our consciousness. So what we're seeing right now is, first of all, the step toward ascension is you have to have the courage to see that among the good, in this world of duality, 3D Earth is a world of duality, there exists great good and great evil. You have to be able to see both. A seer sees both. And that's how you ascend, because you, just like this mountain behind me is a perfect example. And I happen to be on the apex of a magical triangle, which is Sicily. So in order to reach ascension, which is of course the top of the mountain or the apex of a triangle, you must be able to climb, and you have to make your way up, actually both sides, utilizing and transmuting both sides, both the bad and the good, the right, the wrong, the masculine and the feminine, all these polar opposites that are part of our 3D reality. So as you're able to awaken to the fact that, and it's coming out for all us to see now, that Earth maybe not Earth perhaps is not the panacea, the paradise only. There's also exists a very dark hand that has commandeered and commanded our planet for eons. That's a big leap there, but so as you can do this, you also will open up the darkness inside of you, and how you have, unbeknownst to you, because you've been operating with only 10% of your consciousness, the other 90% is what psychology calls the subconscious. So you've been absorbing, without knowing, these programs, these mind control programs that have directed your consciousness. And what's made you susceptible to that is your fear, perhaps even your denial, or refusal to see that within you. You cannot heal in lies. You cannot ascend until you see both the good and the bad in the world and inside of yourself. Then and only then can you heal. So it's very important for you to begin to open your eye. Remember, the one-eyed woman is queen in the world of the blind. Open your eye and see this in the world around you and within yourself. And as you do this, you will begin the beautiful journey of ascension, which is the fool's journey through the major arcana, which is the alchemist's journey of transmutation, which is the shaman's spiritual journey through the inner worlds, which is really the only reason you are here on planet Earth. And ascension is now at hand. So I'm saying this because what we're seeing is, I guess in some ways it's called the separation from the wheat from the chaff. You know, we're seeing those that are rising to the top are ascending, and we're also seeing those that are not are descending. And there's a separation that's occurring, kind of like oil and water. There's a separation of timelines. There's a separation of people. It doesn't mean you have to hate whoever's on the descending or ascending. It doesn't mean you're necessarily better, because maybe the divine timing is not, everyone has their own divine timing. Everyone has their own soul mission. Many people have also chosen to stay here, perhaps with the hope of transmuting, or perhaps they're just a later wave of volunteers. But for those of first response, I say unto you, if you're hearing these words, you are one. The job at hand is a beautiful one. It may be difficult right now, but it is a beautiful one. And what we're going to have to do is to first rise to the top like oil, extract ourselves from these decaying, falling systems. And that's a necessary journey. I know many of people are inside the system waiting for someone to come and save them, whether it's an ex-president or a good alien, the good aliens, or, Jesus, or whatever. So it's not going to come from external, it's going to come from inside. It's an inside job. And that's where the divine infinite within us is going to we're going to embody these higher frequencies, and it's going to become more and more easy as the timelines separate. Those that are ascending will, float up, and those that are descending will do the opposite. So it's important to be really careful and choose wisely which timeline you want to be on, or horse. Many of us have been riding astride two horses. There's a good example of that in the movie Zorro, the modern one, of Antonio Banderas holding on to one horse. But there's coming a time when you're going to have to choose which horse are you going to ride. And for those that are choosing the ascending horse, the horse of the new earth, it's going to be a beautiful time. But it will require work, because we are inheriting, as I said yesterday, the people inherit the ascending and we have to build a new earth, because it's not. And I assure you, there have been sacred spaces around the earth set aside for us who are the builders of the new earth. They've been set aside for islands, and they're high vibrational frequency vortices. So your job is to extract yourself. Your mission, should you decide to accept it, is to extract yourself from 3D Earth and find help. Ask your guides, whoever, as divine infinite source. I always say, go to the source. To be led to the place where these new communities can begin. Merry Christmas, you. Bye. budding infinite humans, you Christ players. Ciao for now.